Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 what are you doing? Hi, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where I devised a vessel to flyby and orbit Minmus. And while we're doing that, we'll be also putting a communications relay in a polar orbit around Minmus, and we'll leave it there. We will manually decouple this and switch over to that vessel once we have an interception of Minmus, and then we'll adjust the orbit to be polar instead of equatorial, what we're trying to go for with the big rocket. This costs 75,000, but just for this little Explore Minmus contract, just for that we already get over 300k, so this is all in all a positive outcome. And I took the least trained guys with us, because these will only make an orbit, while we will go with Jebediah, Bill and Bob, our main guys, for the landing and planting the flag, so they will get the most experience out of this. Okay, so let's start this, and I'm gonna see you when I'm in Kerbal orbit and showing you how to advance Minmus, because we have to do something different here. Okay, and here we are in orbit around Kerbal with still a lot left, 400 data V in our skipper, and then we still have a poodle with over 2000 data V. That should be way more than enough to do an orbit and flyby and orbit. But first I want to take care of this little problem, the descending node and ascending node. So we are actually at the moment here, and we're moving towards the ascending node, that's too close. So we'll have to take the descending node over here. At a maneuver, if it's descending, we have to ascend to make it better. Can I have my normal maneuver, please? Thank you. So, ascend it here, because Minmus's orbit is slanted. Okay, so we'll have to burn for a lot. That's 270 meters per second. That's a lot. That's way more than I expected. So if you know exactly where you are in regards to the Kerbal rotation, you can obviously start into a slanted orbit. But if you do it wrong, you end up in the exactly opposite slanted orbit, and then you'll need to use way more. And of course, I know that if you do this maneuver, if you're already on your way to go to Minmus and like miss it by flying under or over it, I know that that will cost way less fuel, but it's way harder to hit Minmus that way, because his gravity is practically non-existent. So let's warp to the maneuver node. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And we have an ascending descending node of 0. So now our orbit is exactly slanted in the same way that Minmus's orbit is. Now we just need to hit Minmus. So we're gonna start, like, I have no idea how fast Minmus is on his track. I think it's very slow. So let's just try to start it here. give it some acceleration so that we go out towards its orbit. Aha. We will barely miss it here by 50 million meters, 50,000 kilometers. No, we will have it. Periapsis is... yeah, okay. That's working. So with 800 we will go there. Maneuver is in 1 minute and we will have to burn for 49 seconds. The problem is the Poodle has a way lower thrust to weight ratio. So we might want to start to burn earlier. Start the burn in 1 minute, so go over here. Wait, can we activate fuel cross fleet from here? Yes, we can. So we should now be able to do it just like that. Maneuver node is coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I think it did actually account for that. And we have a hit. So Minmus periapsis at 300,000 in 11 days. Oh god, get rid of all the fuckers, please. Then the ascending node, we don't want that either. Okay. So we have our encounter. It's a bit late, but we have it. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna save and I want to deploy my satellite. Is the core active? We can see that up here. It's not hibernated, okay. So I think we can directly go to this if we say aim camera here and then decouple. No, that's not how it works. So this is our relay. Set Minmus at target. Can you please focus? It was focused all the time. Okay, so this really short burst did already get rid of our Minmus encounter. We were thrown away in the... Don't want to accelerate towards my own ship. That's not a good idea. Let's activate this engine. We get a periapsis. Okay, a very high one. In 11 days, and we want to go. Oh, this might be a problem. Are we closing up on this? I have no idea. I think we're still going away from it. Okay, so we want. Like here, we want like right here, we want to add a maneuver to adjust the periapsis. So if we go in like this, that's almost good, but we want to go anti-radial? No. Radial? No. Up. Yeah. Up by a bit. Yeah. And then, not anti-radial, but radial into polar orbit around Minmus with a height of 600,000. That's great. So we'll have to fire for 1 sec. We'll have to fire for 11 seconds in 15 minutes. So let's warp to the maneuver. Okay, the Minmus flyby won't be hit, and we're also pointing a totally different way now. So, okay. Advance time a bit more. A bit more, please. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. With Minmus you have to be so precise because it's so fucking small. Okay, so let's see. We have a periapsis above Minmus of 650,000, that's great. Can we still change to our other ship via this system? Yes. So we have a periapsis of 80,000, which is a bit close, but fine to me. We'll reach that in 10 days and 5 hours. We reach this in 10 days, 5 hours, 23 minutes. "10 days, 5 hours, 55 minutes. Okay, so this will be 30 minutes earlier. Okay. 10 days of fast forwarding will be next, and we're gonna start with when do we have our encounter? Like way earlier, yeah? No, that's like 3 hours beforehand. Okay, so let's try to accelerate towards here. Two signs from weather data from Kerbal surface and mystery goo from Kerbal surface. One Kerbal station didn't have a thing. So time warp is complete. The other one. Doesn't it also go here? Switch to the Minmus flyby. Don't you fly by Minmus now? You had such a good periapsis. You have still have to wait 25 minutes for your encounter. So let's warp here so that we both have the encounter. We have a lot of screen message. Unable to transmit deployed science data from Kerbal. Deployed science cluster has no comnet connection to home. From Kerbal? You fucking kidding me. Talk about close encounters. Any closer and there'd be paperwork. The recent accomplishments, we have initiated the first flyby of the moon. Okay. Look, up there is the flyby, is the relay. Up there is the relay that we now can't change to anymore because we can't see it on the map. Because it's hidden. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Why are you fucking kidding me? We won't hit it, yeah? Okay. Why can't I change to the other one? Okay, I'll F5 and go over the tracking station. Okay, and we had the tracking station, we could change to it. I wanted to rename this into Minmus Com Relay. And we wanted to retrograde. Yeah, electric is looking good. Not the Kerbal apoapsis, the Minmus periapsis, that's where we wanted to go. Do a retrograde burn. That was felt like a weird skip. Look at how small Minmus is. Okay, and we are at the periapsis. I didn't look at how much we had. Before this, so I won't now. Okay. And we have our orbit, which we want to make circular as much as we can. Yeah, and then I'm pressing the wrong button, which makes us go not circular anymore. I think that's also what happened with the main ship when I lost all my fuel. Okay, this was about 200 data V to go into orbit. We're at first milestone, we've entered orbit of Minmus. 27,800 money we did get out of this. But this... Now the other ship has disappeared again, which is great. Ships disappearing from our radar all the time. Did the other ship break? Did it fly into Minmus because something weird happened? What's happening here? No, there it is. It's still here. And we have half an hour to periapsis. So the com relay is now in a safe polar orbit, which is large enough to not have a big blackout happen when it's behind Minmus. But the problem is it's a big orbit, so it will spend a lot of time in front rather than in the back of Minmus. Oh, this now looks like the real optimal orbit. Okay, but we wanted to go to the flyby. Because we want to make our... Oh, we already did level up to level 2. We now have normal, anti-normal, radial and radial in and radial out. And also the scientists will do 45% science. We'll also have every science be 10% more if we land with the ship back at Kerbal, so that's great. He can now repack chutes, repair landing lets, increase resource converter efficiency and drill efficiency for mining. Can repair failures. Still has... Oh, now his solar panels will produce 3. And he already had most of these, but he is now radial and normal. but we want to go retrograde. Electric charge looks good. Yeah, that's an important thing because I was worried because I only used like these little small solar panels like an idiot. But we also had like a really big battery inside here. The TD12 decoupler is still on us. Whatever, we'll bring it back to Kerbal. So in half an hour we want to do that, but so we can use this now to use science now finally properly, which isn't working. So science now seems to be broken. This window. This should open with the proper buttons. We had that appear before. Weird. We have to do it everything manually. Great. Open materials bay. High over Minmus. The high radiation environment caused a few of the samples to glow. We had that already. It's the same everywhere in space. The goof feels right at home here. Temperature will be 0. Pressure data will be 0. Crew report will be... the lake beds seem relatively flat. Perhaps we could land there, they say. Let's transmit that data. That was an idiotic thing. 13 science. We did now the first milestone just a little bit earlier, but I just talked about the scientists bringing us 10% more and still I did this stupid stuff. So we will go F5. We will go on EVA with the scientist. Sometimes his silhouette doesn't appear when I mouse over him. I have no idea why. I will do an EVA report. Also extend this ladder. Climb down and... No. Can't I use this from here? I can use this. Wait. I'm going to board. I specifically pointed you here to collect all. I still have to fly around. Take data. Restore the Science Junior. I will still have to fly around, so let go. RCS on. RCS on. I was pressing E instead of R. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 what are you fucking doing? What are you fucking doing? No! That's the button I wanted to press. What the fuck is he doing? So, I activated his RCS as jetpack, which made him fly around like a lunatic, because that's what he does. Whatever. Extend ladder. So, can we somehow normalize this? Go to EVA. What the fuck? Why are you turned around? Want your EVA report. Want. No. Want. To take all the data. You can store all the data again. It's okay. Restore the Science Junior Bay. Okay, so let go. Toggle RCS. This will make you point that way. Okay. Or this way? So really short bursts only. Restore the mystery goo unit. I think I was pressing and holding it like directly. And we'll grab onto it. That's why we put the ladder there. Board. Retract the ladder. Close this. And we have our science experiments all stored and ready. We'll have to look up what's wrong with the science lab. Okay. So we want to retrograde burn at the periapsis to get an orbit. Didn't we have a lower periapsis? Whatever. So we are at periapsis. We want to retrograde burn. First short as possible. Retrograde burn? He did forget about that, of course. We have an orbit with them. So now we can use the Kerbal flight engineer to... We want to learn about body. Low space altitude is high space altitude 30,000. So we need to be under 30,000 to have near Minmus. So in one day we can break down and get our periapsis closer, so that we don't waste too much of our delta V. By the way, you at an altitude of 67 million. This would be the perfect time to exchange vessels and do the maneuver with a satellite that I wanted to do all that time ago. So we will... did we save? We did save. We'll go to the tracking station. Problem is the Kerbal alarm clock is still behaving weirdly and making the game crash, so that's a real problem. I have no idea what's going wrong there, because this is the most recent version and it's supposed to work with 191. I have no idea why it isn't working. So we had the deep space satellite prototype. Still 4 days. 4 days, okay. Yeah, then let's use the Flyby again and do what we want to do. And while we are on our way back to Kerbal, we can do the satellite adjustment. So we'll use retrograde, we'll warp to apoapsis. Look at the periapsis. We need to swing around after warp. It's excruciatingly slow, the last part of the warp. Okay, this will be in low orbit in 1 day. So let's warp to like over here. Deployed science in cluster has no... Fuck you, game! Every deployed science cluster comes with an antenna. A weak one, yes. But if you're on Kerbal, you shouldn't have a problem. So we'll advance the time until we're under 30,000, which is a problem sometimes if the mouse doesn't work. Crew report. Science now also doesn't work, which is also great for this. Couldn't even look at what it said because I was stupid. High radiation as always. Temperature. Lock pressure. Collect all. Extend ladder. F5. Did we F5? I have no idea. EVA. Why are you always turned around weirdly? EVA report. Take data. Restore. Board. F5. EVA. Let go. Toggle RCS, please. Was that? No idea if I had mid-lens or the other one. The first time around I didn't pay attention. Restore. Wrong direction. This is always feeling so weird. It's always feeling so weird. It's always feeling so weird. Grab and board. Board anyway. We are now over the highlands. I just saw it in the edge of the screen. EVA report. Get it. Board. We want extra materials bay data. And extra mystery goo data. That we won't suck into the experiment storage unit because it would get deleted. Highlands. We're still above the highlands. So I'm going slowly over this until we reach 30,000 again in the hopes that we at some point have another thing than the highlands biome. Look at this beautiful... performed the spacewalk. Look at this beautiful little thing down there. We missed the Great Flats. That's what this region is called. It's perfectly flat. That's really great for landing. I'll definitely land there. Lowlands. Oh! Okay, and we're leaving space close to Minmus. Okay. So now to plan our maneuver back. So we are flying, we're wobbling this way around. We want to like somewhere over here, we want to accelerate in this direction. What if we accelerate now? And accelerate more. Oh! We only have to accelerate for a very small amount of time here. Just above, put it just above the, okay, for 119. Look how much fuel we've left. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how good this works. To go to Minmus, you don't need any fuel anymore. Okay. Burn in 1 minute, burn for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. go. Yeah, periapsis of 80k is alright. We will reach it in 10 days. So now would be time to switch to the deep space satellite prototype. Switch to. This should be now around like 1 or 2 days before the apoapsis. Yeah, he's only at 140 orbit speed now. Okay, we have 60 by 80,000 apoapsis and periapsis, and we have an inclination angle that's actually alright. So now there's only a very small window where we get blocked by the moon or the Minmus, and most of the time we'll have our relay here ready to further our signals to a similar satellite orbiting Eve or Duna. Maybe I'll have to position such satellites at different places throughout this. Maybe I'll position one in a polar orbit around the sun, so that we could reach Duna when it's over there. Because we always have to think about Duna. By the way, that's one thing I wanted to look up. Add a new alarm. So let's look. Transfer windows. Show extra details. Not to Moho. Can we have one? Change that. To Eve, to Duna. Our next transfer window to Duna is in 152 days. We should start by Duna or Eve. Or Moho, as we can actually land on Moho. That would be 65 days. The problem is Moho is further away. Eve, we will never be able to land on Eve, not in this series, I think, because that's a problem. Landing on Eve and going back up is a real problem because its atmosphere is so dense and so big. So this is a real problem. So we will definitely land on Duna. Landing on Duna sounds like a finale kind of moment to me, landing on Duna and returning. So we'll definitely do that. That's 150 days away from now. No, we won't add an alarm, but I wanted to use this too to figure out when our transfer window is. So that's saying if we want to go from Kerbal to Duna, they have different periods of moving around the sun, and we want to go, we want to accelerate if we're on, like, let's take the moon thing as an example. We want to accelerate if we're here, so we're accelerating to be faster than Kerbal, so we will get propelled outwards, and then it will like spiral out and at one point get Duna. So, and if we do it at the transfer window kind of time, then we're actually hitting Duna. If we're doing it at a different time, Duna might be here and we're here. And that would be a problem. So that's why these transfer windows are so great to know. But that's in 152 days. Okay, well, let's go away from this to our one of our other vessels that we have here, which are not on the map right now, which is total bullshit because the deep space satellite was on the map. I want to go there. Okay, let's go to the tracking station, which is not M, but escape. Tracking station, back to our Minmus Flyby, and we are gonna land that sucker. The recent accomplishments of our space program have attracted contributions from numerous organizations. We have escaped the gravitational influence of Minmus. Yeah, there's no real influence. So the apoapsis is in 4 hours and the periapsis is in 9 days. We're gonna go retrograde. And we want to warp to the periapsis, I think. Oh, okay, these are warps that I cannot abort. That's a problem. And we're at the periapsis. We're turning. I'll have to look at my fuel. Oh, no problem. We're at a moon encounter in between. So this is way safer than all our... Did we almost hit the fucking space station? Wow. That was almost a perfect trajectory into space station. X! That was the wrong button. That was the wrong button. I saw this and thought, oh god. Okay, periapsis is at 70,000, apoapsis is at 196,000, everything's great. This Kerbal Space Station is, if I set that as target, how far is it away? 200 meters? Kilometers. Unset that target. Will we even hit it? Will we accidentally hit it? 600 kilometers? Or... that's the second intersect down there. 600 kilometers. Okay, so it will not load into physics distance. That's the most important thing, because it might get destroyed by that. That's why I'm looking out for that, because I toggled the SAS off on the side tanks, but it might still be a problem happening there. But I toggled it completely off, so maybe I fixed it. Okay, we're ready to go down. I'll brake at the apoapsis to get the periapsis down to 50,000, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. By the way, look at this beautiful particle, reentry particle effect. This looks way better than the stock one. Interestingly, this is the stock one. The one that they planned on putting into the game, but didn't really put into the game. Okay, we're going down in what seems to be kind of desert. We're over the desert. Yay! So that's really a place that's good. Okay, I will take a surface sample there also. Also the second pair of parachutes. I'll see you when I land down there. Ooh, they're actual desert plants. Interesting. Yeah. It's a cactus. That's a cactus over there. I'm 100% certain that we can't take a sample of that. That's just clutter. And we landed. We can turn off SAS. We can save. Now we can see if we can take any more stuff from here. I mean, we can extend the ladder, which... is this enough to make us... Ooh, that's bigger than a Kerbal, I think. Let's take the scientists outside. Take a surface sample, yeah. I think we already did an EVA report and stuff. Okay. Did we do a crew report though? Nope. Let's recover the vessel. Okay, we got a lot of science, material study. The first one brought 100. The second one brought still 21. Mystery brought 9, the second one, and the first one brought 40. We should have a lot of EVA reports, 32 each. Minmus Midlands, Highlands, and Lowlands. Yeah, that brought us 550 science. Get a lot of, only 8,000 funds back, but we're at 2.7 million now. And we advanced to level 2, all of us. Yeah, we didn't even plant a flag. And return trip from Minmus, is this mission log right? Incredible. We've taken our first steps towards exploring Minmus. Let's keep going and see where it takes us. Recent accomplishments of the space program have attracted contributions from numerous organizations. For the flyby of Minmus and the orbit of Minmus, we have returned. Okay. Mission control. Main mission. Explore Minmus. Please land. Land and walk. Okay, that's what we plan to do regardless. We also want to plant a flag. Do we have tested in flight? Green sandstone on Minmus. We have to bring a rover there. And olivine formation. There's 2 things to scan. Green sandstone and olivine formations on Minmus. Okay. VIPs. Nobody likes VIPs because they only bring reputation and not what we really want, which is money. Position it in an adjusted orbit. That's lunar communication array that hasn't enough power left to do this. Okay, so active things for the next episode. Explore Minmus, plant a flag on Minmus, get a rover to Minmus. So we'll have to adjust our vessel so that it can also carry a rover and set it down to the surface. That might be a problem. We can't do that with the Minmus lander I devised, so we'll have to make a new one. Okay, so I'll have to adjust my Minmus lander. Okay. So, next mission, between episodes, I will adjust my Minmus lander. Next mission, we will just fly there. Let's see if R&D brings us something that we can use. So, for example, we have 660 now, which will let us buy the bigger protective shells. I mean, that's the only thing that we need from here. To be really sure, yeah. We only need the airstream protective shell. This would be quadcopter and inflatable airlocks. The 3.75 meter tanks and a decoupler for that. Nuclear rockets for going to Duna. Yeah, this we won't need that ever. Really big heat shields, so for Eve. Or for aero braking on Duna. Scanning stats, no. More unmanned tech. Another science part finally. And another science part for setting up on Minmus. Great. So we're gonna take that and the big protective shells. Okay. And we're already out of science again. Okay. See you next episode with the Minmus landing. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.